good morning. Welcome to another edition of That's Railroad, where we bring the railroad to you. May do something a little different here. We're heading down our track this morning. We just had this is miner's vacation this week. This is the week before July 4th, and the second week of the miner's vacation will be the week of July 4th. So last week they didn't run any trains at all. They didn't have enough. They had a lot of maintenance stuff to do at the plant and underground and out here on the track and at the harbor here. A lot of stuff got done. So we had 5 days shut down, and they just brought the first train in from since last weekend. So they did oftentimes when they have a vacation shutdown, miners get 2 weeks of vacation. They will have guys sign up to work vacation, and then they can take their vacation later on. So what we did, we had the tie gang in here, and we put in 1,325 ties in 5 days. Not very many. But we could only go to Bridge 8 because we replaced the deck on Bridge 8, and I'll tell you more about that here in a little bit. So, a couple things. Why we only got 1,325 ties. They had a short tie gang. The guys that worked the tie gang were actually on a Frontier Railroad job up in Massachusetts for Vermont Railway. And they had worked 23 days straight, got 1 day off, and come back here, and we started working on the tie gang. So various places there have been ties put in, and the regulator came in and filled all this in. He hasn't got out here to broom it off yet. So you're going to see a lot of ballast through the track all the way up to Bridge 8, but we're not going to make the video all the way to Bridge 8. So anyway, another thing, they only brought one trip machine in, and they did not bring a scarifier, and it has not rained until last night for 3 weeks, and the ballast was really hard, so they had an awful time. So when you only bring one trip machine in, and I will have a bunch of videos on all this stuff coming out sometime, quite some time from now, but when that trip machine pulls the ties out, and he'll pull a bunch of them out, and then he's got to come back, stuff the tie back in. So he goes out and stuffs a bunch of ties, then he comes back, and then he's got to pick the rail up so they can get the plates under. So they did bring a scarifier in, and the ground was really hard. The scarifier is like a big rotor tiller. I got a video on that, and I'll put a link in the description so you can watch the scarifier work at another time. So it was really hard to get the ties back in. Plus they didn't bring a plater in to come behind them, so the trip machine had to do 3 jobs, and it really, the whole combination of events really slowed them down. But you know, I think for the machinery they had, and they had a short crew, they didn't have to work with, so I think that was a pretty good 5 days for all things considered, and it was really hot this past week, several days in the 90s. So alrighty, we'll be back with some more updates on what all they got done. Oh, I might add, first train out of here last night, we run him on a slow order up to milepost 8 from the harbor up to milepost 8. Let everything get seated in good, and then a slow order with he's back with his first load, slow order back also. I was running tamper, chasing the tie gang, squeezing off ties, and I got from the harbor up to milepost 12.5, and a couple sandwich mounts broke on the thing, and it dropped the basket down on the workhead and broke a vibrator motor in half. So I am waiting on parts, and who knows when they'll be here. So didn't get all the ties squeezed, but so anyway, I'm making a track run this morning, and you know, giving a good G2 to the situation. Check it out. Make sure everything's all right. No problems. happen. Okay, we'll be back. Well, here we go. We're out at Mapletown here at milepost 13, and the old ties. Got the grapple truck following the tie gang, picking them up, and he brings them down here and dumps them off. They'll be sitting on track like I am, and he'll dump them off over here, and then he'll come at some point, either at the beginning of the shift or at the end of the shift, and bring his grapple truck in here, set right over there, and load these used ties into dumpsters. There's not very many good ones. It's not worth sorting through to find some decent relay ties in this batch. So all the old ties, they get put in the dumpsters and taken to a landfill. Alrighty. And I believe the dumpster price is about $5 to $5.50. That may have gone up since our increase in fuel prices lately, but that's about what it used to be. Alrighty. So we're going up track here, and everything looks so good so far. We're just wanting to, it's always good practice after you do that kind of track work, is make a run before the train, which I did yesterday afternoon. I did make a track run and check everything out, and also after the first train runs. So it's good practice to do. Alrighty, we'll be back. Well, alright, here's another project that Frontier Railroad did. He's replaced part of this bridge deck over here. We had some problems. Didn't get it all done, but got several videos coming out on Bridge 8 deck replacement. Unfortunately, you won't see those for probably sometime in the fall before those come out. So let me get out here and give you a quick look around. All right, and I've got another problem I'll have to deal with at some other point in time. Not today. Got to run track today. Make sure this is correct. Everything's all right. Oh! Big step. Can't open my door. All my tools are in there. Won't open. So this one opens, but this has got the lip behind it right here, so it won't open all the way. So I'm thinking what I'm going to have to do. And I can take I got a whole new one of these, but I've got to get inside to take it out. So I'm going to have to somehow pop these pins out of here and take the whole door off. So that's another project for another day. Let's go up here and take a look around. This east end span didn't get done. And here's why. The center span here, everything's new here to the other end of the bridge. Every one of these timbers here, every one of these that are butted together had the daps cut wrong on them. In other words, they wouldn't fit down on the bridge girders correctly. They had to re-dap every one of these, and there's about 90 of them to get them to fit, and that took a considerable enough time off of the project to not be able to finish this part. Now, Frontier Railroad is incredibly busy. They're the ones that did this. They are incredibly busy. They only gave us 5 days. When they're going to be able to come back and finish this, that depends on our train schedule, because we have to have dead track in order to do this. And like I said, I got several videos coming up that you're going to watch, and I'll explain all about the DAPs in those videos and the problems they had, and you'll get to see them taking the old timbers out the sides. They jacked the rail up and putting some new timbers in. It's pretty cool videos. So this is what else got done, and you know, they just didn't have enough time to put the guardrails back. And those guardrails are in a string. They didn't take them apart. So anyway, they won't come back until this part's done. Again, we don't know when that's going to happen, but I'll keep you updated. And the road shields, there wasn't enough time to do those either. But this is all nice and secure and everything. What they did do, they did a fantastic job. And like I said, it was hot last week. And you imagine being up here with fresh creosote. You know, and you can't get in a big hurry when you're doing these bridges, because that's a pretty big fall. I mean, there's nothing over here to protect the workers. They all had, the guys had harnesses on, but you got to be careful, man. You really got to be careful what you're doing up here. So you can't get in a big hurry. You go slow and you work safe. But again, these wrong DAPs really hurt. Okay, and right, we'll show you what else they got done. Alrighty, we'll be back with more. Okay, here's another project that they got done. They brought in a couple extra guys there on Thursday and Friday, and got this turnout area right through here cribbed out. So all this, where you see the fresh rock up to the other side of the frog, has all been cribbed out. And also on Friday, they jacked the track up over here and jacked over here and back there right behind the frog, because like I said, my tamper was broke down. So that rail over there, the parent rail, was a little bit low. I got it jacked up, got a nice transition off of there now. And then what he did, he got up here on the top of the rail and tamped it all the way across, all the timbers all the way across with his backhoe. And he's got a banana bucket on there. It's kind of like that. I'll show that to you in a minute. So he was able to get under there. I can't crib a turnout with my cribbing bucket because it's too rigid. It's not curved. So there's no way I could get down in here in these short spans. All right. So that's another project we got done. So all in all, it was a pretty good shutdown. So let me go over here and show you that cribbing bucket that he's got for a minute. Okay, there you have it. See how curved that is? And now one of his teeth is missing. But it was on there the other day. It must have fallen off there at the end. But that's how he was able to get underneath those ties. Okay? So there you have it. And I just wanted to say thank you very much for watching. Kind of a little bit different to give you an update on what we got done. And there will be some videos. There will not be a video on them cribbing. I wasn't up here that much to be able to do that. I was down with the bridge crew and the tie gang most of the week. So, but there will be videos coming out. It's just going to be a while before they get here. Also, I forgot to tell you, when we're running trains all the time, we call that live track. And when trains aren't running at all, then we call that dead track. So we had 5 days of dead track this week. Alrighty, let's again, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you kind of enjoyed this something a little different. Keep you updated and posted what's going on and what's happening here. Alrighty, have a really good day. Okay, let's see how well our turnout's holding up. Keep pumping. Well, it's a lot better than it was before. A whole lot better than it was before. Just a little bit. I get my tamper fixed, one of the first things I do is come up here and run a surface lift through that. Alrighty. They also put some new timbers in over here too. I didn't tell you that. I think I got 4 new timbers put in. Car number 15 got a problem. Okay. Wonderful. That's railroad. Ah!